My name is Agnes, a nurse midwife working at Nyeri County Referral Hospital in Kenya. Our hospital, just like any other healthcare institution, requires huge amount of water for its daily operation. More so during this era of COVID-19, utilization of water in the hospital has greatly increased because of the role it plays in the prevention of the disease. Without water, services will not be cleaned, patients' linen will not be cleaned, patients' toilet and bathrooms will not be cleaned, patient staffs and other visitors will not practice hand hygiene. Surgeries and other medical procedures will not be performed or are delayed. As a result, there will be an increase in the spread of preventable infections, increase in antimicrobial resistance, patients will stay in the hospital longer, leading to low patient satisfaction. There will be increased hospital workload and other associated effects. As a nurse midwife, I feel confident when giving services in an environment with adequate and well-maintained water infrastructure. This promotes respectful and dignified care for our patients. Patients can shower, they can use and access flooded toilets and bathrooms. This adds to the quality of care from the patient's perspective. This also enhances job satisfaction amongst healthcare providers. In our county, most of the healthcare facilities have piped water from local water companies or rivers. However, access to this water for utilization has limitations. Some of the challenges that we experience in our hospital relating to water includes the high cost of water. Our hospital uses $30,000 on water bills on every quarter. A cost-benefit analysis of this expenditure would indicate that investing in rainwater harvesting infrastructure can help reduce this cost. There is inadequate hand washing stations in the hospital. Most of the wards have only one hand wash basin for use by the patients and staffs. Investing in establishing more water points for both inpatients and outpatients would enhance hand hygiene compliance amongst patients and staffs. There is inadequate patients' bathrooms and toilets for patients. The original ward infrastructure design included only one toilet per ward. This has been overwhelmed by the increasing number of patients admitted in the ward per given time. Each toilet and bathroom serves 20 to 30 patients. Investing in construction of more inpatient toilets would enhance patients-friendly environment. There are occasional water supply interruptions. They would result in serious compromise of hand hygiene, patients' personal hygiene, laundry and other housekeeping services, food preparation and hygiene. Investing in an emergency water supply plan like water storage tanks would improve this situation. In conclusion, investing in water facilities is an investment that has a return of investment.